Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. And thank you for coming to Day Out by Athonia Adams. So great to see all of you. This is probably the most diverse group you'll ever see in Lexington in one place. And it's great. Diversity has to be embodied. It's important. I don't know if you've heard the news, but apparently racism has been eradicated recently. That's Fox News. It's not my news. Just in case it hasn't, I thought it would be very, very important to present the work of one of our most brilliant and talented students and artists, Athonia Adams, who has written the play, directed the play, and is also in it. Just in case that racism might come back, and just for the hope of a utopian world where black men might not be stopped and profiled by white policemen, where violence against people of color might not happen, just in case that might come back. We thought it would be very important to raise consciousness about all of that and to present also a dream and a hope of a better world. So I'm very, very proud that I am able to present to you this presentation, this performance by Athonia Adams as part of the National Symposium of Theater in Academe. There will be a talk back afterwards. I hope you can stay.
Every day, it starts the same. They prepare for their everyday lives. And the various perils of their existence.
Good morning, class. Overall, I'm happy with the test results from yesterday. Almost everyone did well, but one person failed the test totally. Boy, come solve this problem correctly. Now, education is a distraction that has been placed upon you by a higher power. It wasn't meant for children like you. Your ancestors built this country with their own hands. They founded this land with the sweat from their backs, the tears from their eyes, and the blood from their tired backs. We should continue on with this tradition that has allowed America, this America, to stand. So you should continue to improve upon your efforts of manual labor. Good job, boy. Now, everyone get up and show me if you're fit enough for your future careers. Assume the position, begin. Very good. Now, let us focus on the women. Now, the black woman is responsible for the broken homes and single-parent families that we have today. All she's done, her irresponsible man, is sit around and make babies so that they can get a check on the 15th of every month. So, let's see if you are ready. Problems, some of the problems, the hair, bad attitudes, loud mouths. You're not prepared for a real job. So your best bet, stay home, barefoot, pregnant, making babies. Ladies, assume the position, begin. Now, men. There is only one way that you are going to get out of the box, and that is through sports. You will be paid millions and millions to run back and forth, jump up and down for the audience. So your goal is just to make millions. And you can do this, don't have to worry about the dreads or the braids or anything. However you look, it doesn't matter. Let's see if you're fit enough for your future careers. Assume the position, begin. All right, now let's end this class with a sign of solidarity. Everyone, assume the position, begin. Very good. Now, we've had a good class today, but I want you to remember something. You don't have to be afraid about being shot while doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because look at the people who were shot for doing something. Martin Luther King Jr., shot. Malcolm X, shot. Medgar Evers, shot. All for doing something. Your lives are not promised to you, so it doesn't matter. Best thing for you to do, stay home, inside your box. Class dismissed.
There is a working balance for this system. Their expectations are low, and their tolerance is high. Their lack of drive drives this system to run at optimal efficiency. I put in the least amount of resources necessary, and in return receive immeasurable amounts of output needed to run the entire country. It's as close as we've gotten to perpetual energy. One small source is used to power entire industries and presidential elections. This is only the beginning of an advantageous investment. We cannot possibly place a value on a life, so why give it a value at all? As long as they believe that there is no way out, then they will never challenge the system in place that encloses them all. There seems to be an anomaly here. There is one who is trying to outsmart the system. This must be taken care of. I can stop them from thinking, but I cannot stop hope. I must find a way to bring balance back into the system.
Hello, class. I have your surveys of what you want to be when you grow up. I have lawyer. Let's see. Doctor. Teacher. And what is this? Judge. Highly ambitious. But would you like to see a magic trick? Would you like? Watch this. Watch as your futures disappear. Class dismissed.
I've created a museum of other experiments that have the same perils. If they see that their suffering is universal, then they'll believe that their pain is normal and expected, and won't even attempt to fight.
Brown Girl, inspired by Yeshika Salgado. I am Brown Girl, daughter of border hoppers. Mommy cleaned houses too nice for us to live in. Daddy took care of many homes along with our own. I'm the youngest of 3 kids, and men yell welfare at Mommy when they see us. I'm Latina. I like science and art. This is cute to other Latinos, because time is meant for more important things, like cooking, cleaning, helping Mommy because she works so hard for us. My name can be Stephanie or Christina. I don't have to translate them because both of them are me. But what I'm a dreamer, not so good at doing. What I am good at is translating things from my parents. Application requirements, prescriptions, even eviction notices. I think in English, but my tongue is dressed in Spanish. I'm always missing a word in either language. I've been called many things: beaner, spick, illegal. I felt like a statistic when I entered a school that was less than 3% Hispanic. But I'm doing what I love. I proved to be the daughter of 2 people who knew exactly what they wanted and transplanted themselves just to get it. I'm still a dreamer, and I'm slowly growing into a doer. And my skin color, well, my skin color only makes it that much more beautiful.
Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may tread me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room, just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Do you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I'm the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
We sing of the land, of the brave and the free. But for me, that free don't equally be, 'cause my brothers and my sisters, they be being mowed down by the big black stick of our blue gold crown. It's not that I don't trust the cops, 'cause I surely do. You know, they've got their jobs, I've got mine too. It's when their targets become my best friends that they catch my attention and I start to lose faith in them. The kid on the bus next to me was hanging with some friends when he got arrested. And when he asked the reason why, they said he was black. And he couldn't contest it. My friend Joe, he's a college kid like you and me. One day after midterms, he was hanging with some friends under a grove of trees, and they were talking about their tests and how they thought they did. It had been a long week, so they were relaxing a little bit, and these cops came up to them walking out of fear. How do I know that? They asked, "What's your kind doing here?" I see people all around me affected by this discrimination. It's a disease that pumps and impermeates the population. They be turned down from jobs, to the left, to the right, told you got what it takes, but you just ain't white. Another of my friends, smartest girl I know, was telling me her stories from a school back at home. She got a low grade in class participation because her classmates wouldn't let her into the classroom conversation. In every class discussion, they never asked her opinion. And what they didn't realize was that was racism hidden in them, because sometime long ago we were taught that black minds don't matter. Now we hear their lives do, and I'm inclined to believe the latter, because what's the big difference if her skin's a different shade? She didn't have a say, that was a decision God made, and I'm not saying we should ignore it because brown's a beautiful color, but the truth is, so are white and yellow and every other. I mean, look around, people. We don't look the same. And we're grateful it's this way, or else we would go insane. The sooner we can see that we're all a little unique, the sooner we can reach that far away peak. You know what they say, you're as strong as your weakest link. Well, as it is now, we're all shackled in chains and about to sink. We gotta open up our eyes, stop turning our backs, and start to realize that we're all descending in this great demise. And it don't matter how the media lies, teaching us to discriminate and to despise, because a part of us goes when our brown brother dies. But we're not tied down to that painful history. We can create a life of liberty. But we've all got to come through. We've all got to come together. If that's what we do, that's the way we're going to get better.
Genesis 4:10. The Lord said, "What have you done? Listen, I can hear your brother's blood crying out to me from the ground." Torn knuckles turn white from hard work and burning pain. Weary backs built this nation while their red blood rained down to the cold, dark earth, deep enough to drown, and still our blood cries from the ground. Dark hands held together by rope and chain. Weary backs carried this nation while whipped and maimed. Bloodshed from strange fruit hanging in the breeze, from old withered oak and magnolia trees. We built the White House with world renown, and still our blood cries from the ground. Young girls go to church in Alabama for prayer, not knowing of the bombs awaiting them there. A young man in the South dares to quit and is found in the river like a sunken ship. Finally, their young bodies were found, and still our blood cries from the ground. The blood speaks as it lays spread and splattered. It cries out to the Lord that every black life matters. Don't shed my red blood to see a color that suits you. Newsflash, Christ shed his blood so that I wouldn't have to. No need to fear a government or a monarchy, for the King of Kings watches over me. For every higher power with some gun full of rounds, the highest power always protects and surrounds my soul, which will never be broken or slain. For the devil came to steal, kill, and destroy in vain. Our blood cries out from the ground as rivers glistening. And God told me to tell you today that he is listening.
I have to leave. Why is this blocked? Hey, can anybody hear me? Hey! I have to get out of here. Let me out! Why can I get out? Why can I get out? Let me out! Can't you see they locked us in here? Let me go! Let me go! My baby!
Everything seems to be in order here. We've lost one rare species, but the other two we've sustained thus far. There was a bit of a problem with the African-American experiment, but the system is back in balance again. This is one of the greatest inventions ever created by our forefathers, and it is my responsibility to ensure that any viruses that attack this system must be maliciously removed as quickly as possible. Thank you for handling this anomaly. I trust that we won't have this problem again. Good. Now clean up this mess.
Alright guys, that was the end of the show. You can go if you would like to, but if you would like to ask questions, please say.